to the Wrestling Rundown. We're kicking off week 158 with, of course, the indie news. And we've got a lot to talk about.
We've got a lot of results and a lot of upcoming shows.
Yeah.
So why not just dive right in this past Friday with surprise!
Mostly surprised because I just didn't apparently look.
And I don't fucking research anymore. I just have him tell me.
I do it all. And I missed the fact that PWG had a show called The Man on the Silver Mountain.
Yeah. And on that show, Chuck Taylor defeated Trevor Lee.
All right.
Desmond Xavier defeated Jason Cade and Jake Christ in a three-way match. Keith Lee defeated Leo Rush. The Unbreakable Effin' Machines defeated the War Machines.
That's a lot of
machines.
That's a lot of humanity in one ring.
Sami Callihan defeated Matt Sydal. Jeff Cobb defeated Trent. And in the main event, Zack Sabre Jr. and Marty Scurll defeated Red Dragon. That was probably a fucking technical masterpiece.
Hell yeah.
Post-match, Chuck Taylor challenged Zack Sabre Jr. for the championship. And if he loses, then he will no longer challenge for the championship again.
Yeah, their next show will be on July 7th, so...
Not too far away.
I've got that written down so I remember it next time.
Yeah. Also, we've got House of Hardcore on their Australian tour.
Yeah.
They had House of Hardcore 27 in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Colt Cabana defeated Ryan Nemeth. Carlito defeated Jack Bonza. Jalen Gold, Xander Sullivan, Lynx Lewis Jr., and Renegade defeated Alex Shepard, Jesse Daniels, 13, and Tim Cade. Probably all local guys. MVP defeated Bull James. Matt Cross defeated Andy Phoenix and Robbie Eagles. So an M-Dog is better than two big birds. Billy Gunn defeated Swaggy Jackson. What was the guy's name again? Muhammad Ali Vai defeated Tommy Dreamer. And the Young Bucks defeated the Mystery WWE Tag Team Champions. It's the Spirit Squad again.
Oh, you know the one that we said it was gonna be.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, one of the things we just got done watching, Ring of Honor on TV.
Yes.
This Not a bad episode.
Yeah, the Go Home show. We've got, in upcoming shows, we'll be talking about Best in the World. And one of the matches that we're going to be having is Jay Lethal versus Silas Young. So we had some issues between them in a tag team match. We had Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser defeat Bobby Fish and Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal and Fish were working pretty well together. And then Bruiser and Silas just kind of got their shit together.
Yeah, one of them moved out of the way, and Bobby Fish accidentally pump kicked Jay Lethal out of the ring.
Yeah, and then...
That's where things just started to take the decline.
So Bobby Fish ended up getting taken out by that point. Lethal got in, tried to do a double lethal injection, which Silas avoided. Bruiser got hit, but that left Jay Lethal open to get hit with Misery, and Silas pinned Jay Lethal once again.
Yeah.
So, not a good day for Jay Lethal.
Does the last real man have Jay Lethal's number?
We shall see. We also had the Kingdom defeat the Boys in tag team action.
That was not a long match.
No, it was the Kingdom attacked the Boys on the way to the ring. There was a really long beatdown before Dalton Castle decided to get involved. The match actually started. The Boys tried and lost. Vinny Marcellia hit the Swanton he calls Red Rum, and they won the match.
So it's murder backwards.
Yep. And yeah.
We get it, you're edgy.
And then we had a confrontation. Jay Briscoe just won't let that loss from a couple weeks ago go. He's pissed. And so he comes out and gets all up in Dalton Castle's face. And we had Bully and Mark kind of back him off. And that's going to be another match at Best in the World, and I'll talk about that in just a second.
Jay, just to hold your fucking horses. You'll get a shot.
The fuck out.
You'll get a shot. Because you're defending your championships against them.
Yeah.
So hope that Bushi's not there. Else you're going to lose the titles.
As far as I know, Bushi is not on the Best in the World card.
Okay, well then...
I don't think any members of Los Ingobernables are on the card.
Then I think Briscoes and Bully are going to be safe then.
There we go. Punishment Martinez defeated Joey Diesel Diego because it's Punishment Martinez versus Joey Diego. Joey was then nursed slightly by Cheeseburger and Will Ferrara before Punishment Martinez decided to just...
He's going to murder both of them.
Because punishment.
Then Punishment was confronted by Jay White.
Yes.
They have been beefing.
Yeah, ever since War of the Worlds, when Punishment Martinez came out after Will Ospreay versus Jay White and beat the shit out of both of them.
Yeah.
So Jay
Which
White
is spawned off of the fact that Jay White's one of the only people to beat Punishment Martinez in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So apparently, Jay White took it extremely personal. Will Ospreay couldn't give less of a shit.
No.
He's moved on. Like to our main event.
Yeah.
Where we had a 6-man tag team action. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi and The Addiction defeat Chaos members Gato, Will Ospreay, and Hiroki Goto. Great match.
Tanahashi and The Addiction are like the War of the Worlds dream team.
Absolutely. I mean, Tanahashi's been around the block in New Japan, but so have The Addiction. The Addiction have been kind of around the block in pretty much every single promotion.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got a lot of miles on.
Both guys have even had cups of coffee in WWE.
Yeah. For like a second, just like half a cup of coffee maybe.
Just a shot of espresso.
Will Ospreay is really the oddball out of this entire match because he's only 23 years old, so he's slightly on the young side. But Tanahashi and The Addiction won after a high fly flow and a best moonsault ever onto Gato.
Because Kazarian doesn't have a bouncy off the top ropes move.
No,
he should have done his little
He did
his little bouncy off the middle rope turning leg drop.
He did prior to the setup on Gato. He did hit his little like slingshot DDT on Ospreay.
Yeah.
So he did that on Ospreay to eliminate him, and then Tanahashi and Daniels took out Gato. And then we had a face-off between Christopher Daniels and Cody.
Cody threw his expensive blazer into the audience.
Yeah, he did. Someone went home with a really expensive coat.
Yeah. Lucky person.
But yeah.
Cody came out and autographed it afterwards.
Yeah, maybe. That's it for Ring of Honor.
We're going to continue Saturday with AAW's Killers Among Us. Where? Get it? Killers Among Us.
It's you.
Oh, it is me. ACH defeated Garza Jr. Eddie Kingston defeated Jeff Cobb. Jake Chris defeated Paco. Chuck Taylor and Davey Vega in a 4 corners match. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Matt Fitchett. Low Key defeated Abyss. I'd like to see that happen. Penta El Cerro Miero defeated Trevor Lee to retain the Heritage Championship. DJZ and Scarlett and Graves defeated Stephen Wolf, Myron Reed, and Trey Miguel. Johnny Mundo Morrison Hennigan Nitro defeated Brian Cage. War Machine defeated Red Dragon. And in the main event, Sami Callihan successfully defended his championship from Michael Elgin.
All right. Well, with that being said, we weren't able to find results for the last 2 House of Hardcore shows this week. 27 seemed to pop up real quick, but 28, 29 are somewhere in the ether. So if we have them by the time this video goes up, we'll pop up little annotations here, letting you know who won. Otherwise, we might just kind of round it in when we talk about House of Hardcore 30 and 31 next week. But I will round out Saturday with surprise results because I botched again. That's what I do. I'm just gonna botch from now on because there was a Full Impact Pro show. Full Impact Pro had In Full Force in Ybor City, Florida on Saturday. And we had Martin Stone defeat AR Fox. We had Pero defeat Jimmy Lloyd. Drennan defeated Irish Jack, Mason Tyler, Mitch Mitchell, and Vertigo.
Damn it, Mitch Mitchell. I was betting on you.
Priscilla Kelly defeated Aria Blake. Anthony Henry defeated Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I almost said his other name, but that's not what he goes by in Full Impact. Matt Tremont versus Teddy Stigma went to a no contest because Stigma offered to team up with Matt Tremont and take on the tag team champions. I don't know if that's a thing that you can do in Full Impact, but it happened. And so Matt Tremont's like, yeah, sure, we'll go for it. And so they challenged the Hooligans for the Full Impact Pro Tag Team titles and lost, to which Teddy ended up turning on Matt Tremont afterwards, and so now that's fueling towards another potential match somewhere down the line.
Don't fuck it up, Matt.
Fred Yehi defeated Joey Janela to retain the Full Impact Pro World Heavyweight Championship. And then we had Mark Stone cut a promo saying that he wants a shot at Yehi's championship. Yehi accepted, and on August 5th they will have a championship match for the Full Impact Pro World title. And Matt Riddle retained the WWN Live Championship over John Davis in the main event.
Yeah, take that, John.
But that is it for Saturday. Other than House of Hardcore, which we couldn't find, I think there was something else that happened on Sunday.
There was a show held at a particular factory that produces wrestling.
Almost like a wrestle factory?
In Southeast Philadelphia.
Oh. I believe that's Chikara!
Yeah, and they gave us the sort of impromptu show.
Yeah, they announced it last week. They're like, hey, here's this show that we're doing. By the way...
the Johnny Kidd Invitational with Johnny Kidd in tow. Like, there in person.
Yeah, he was there.
To present the prize to the winner.
I mean, he's been pretty integral on a lot of, especially, quite, Mac, jeez, I can't say his name. Mike Quackenbush. Mac Quackenbush is what I kept trying to say. Mike is, he's a lot, Johnny Saint and Johnny Kidd, they're two of his biggest influences, and he's made that a very prominent part of teaching people at the Wrestle Factory.
And it couldn't be the Johnny Saint Invitational because he's stuck at the Performance Center.
Yeah, he's working for WWE. So.
I mean, what? No, it was always meant to be the Johnny Kidd Invitational.
Yep.
I don't know. Nothing against Johnny Kidd. I love Johnny Kidd. He's a great catch wrestler. So, you know what? I'm just going to out and out get rid of the non-tournament matches first.
Yeah.
So we had the Tempura Boys. I was kind of excited to hear that they showed up.
Yeah, they show up on Ring of Honor all the time now.
Yeah.
And now they're showing up in Chikara. So.
Yeah. They defeated the Cyberhawk 3000. Was it 2000?
2000.
Cyberhawk. They defeated 2000. The Cyberhawks in tag team action.
And they defeated Razorhawk and Nighthawk.
Yeah, and then we had, what was the guy's name?
Mick Moretti.
Mick Moretti. I always want to say Mickey something. He defeated Jessica Troy.
Yes.
And Travis Colt's favorite masked superstar in Chikara history, the Hermit Crab.
He's like my Titus O'Neil.
Yikes. That deep.
Yeah. You don't like horses, I don't like crabs.
At least crabs taste good.
I don't know, you ever had horse meat? I have not.
Not knowingly, potentially. Hermit Crab defeated Silverhawk to become the new Young Lions Cup champion.
Boo.
Yeah, and then we had the tournament itself.
The Invitational, if you will.
Yeah. Just to show off, maybe, I guess, who's the best technical athlete in Chikara. Despite the fact that two guys who are in the tournament aren't even, like, full-blown Chikara guys.
Yeah. And, you were saying that there's a few people that you felt like they potentially missed. Like, there were people that should...
I'm borrowing this for a second.
Okay.
Keep going, though.
People that you felt like should have been in the tournament. People like Dasher Hatfield. Seeing as how Dasher is very much a wrestler on the roster, he would have been someone to kind of add into this tournament. But, I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of Travis Huckabee. So, I can't say that he's a bad wrestler, but are you trying to find the results?
I'm just blanking on somebody's name.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean...
Again.
I would like to see this be a yearly thing.
That would be really cool.
Or maybe not even for Johnny Kidd every year. Maybe do like a tribute to a legendary wrestler or something. Or
yeah, like it'd be neat if it was like different styles.
Yeah.
Every time,
Yeah,
because this one was based around all of the, the technical aspect of everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was the Johnny Kidd Invitational.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if maybe like next year it could be like the Jushin Liger Invitational.
Yeah.
Or some Lucha Libre guy Invitational. Because, again, sort of like Johnny Kidd being a huge inspiration to Mike Quackenbush, so is Jushin Thunder Liger.
Absolutely.
Maybe when Liger retires, that's probably what we're going to see. Because that is the thing with Johnny Kidd, is Johnny Kidd retired last year.
That's true.
So that's probably one of the reasons why he was like the focal point of this tournament.
Good point.
Why it was the Johnny Kidd Invitational. Without further ado, we had the opening match. This kind of surprised me. The opener was Mike Quackenbush versus Zack Sabre Jr.
I mean, started off big, I guess.
Yeah, and Zack Sabre Jr. wins.
Yes.
Which I think that makes him 2-0 against Mike Quackenbush in the last 6 months.
Well, I mean, Quack is pretty much retired, so he's just going to keep putting people over.
Yeah. And then Rory Gulak defeated Travis Huckabee. Matt Riddle defeated Hollow Wicked, which is a big that's a big Chikara debut.
As much crap as I give Matt Riddle, like the fact that he works so many different shows.
He works very hard.
I will give him that, despite how so bro he is.
Like that's definitely the one thing I have to give Matt Riddle a lot of credit for, is I'm starting to really wonder if it was a mistake that WWE let him go.
Yeah.
The fact that he was like one of their oh hey, we're potentially going to sign this guy at one of the tryout camps, and then they were just like, no, go hone your craft over at Evolve or something.
And now he's everywhere.
He's literally one of the most hot shits in indie wrestling.
I'm honestly waiting for him to pop up in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. It feels like it's only a matter of time.
Oh yeah, it's very soon.
Yeah, and then Juan Francisco de Coronado defeated James Mason in the first round. In the semifinals, Rory Gulak surprised me by defeating Zack Sabre Jr. via submission.
Yeah. That right there is a big feather in his cap.
Yeah. And then Juan Francisco de Coronado defeated Matt Riddle.
Yes.
Via the Coronado Clutch.
Of course.
And then in the finals, Rory Gulak picks up yet another win over the current Chikara Grand Champion, Juan Francisco de Coronado, to win the first ever Johnny Kidd Invitational.
So not only did he win the very first Johnny Kidd Invitational, but he beat one of the most prominent technical wrestlers in the world today.
Yeah.
And the Chikara Grand Champion to secure that victory.
All in the span of a couple hours.
So, congratulations, sir. Didn't expect it, but hey, curveballs are always nice.
Yeah.
That is it for results. I've got one quick news story that we're going to talk about.
Glad to do it.
Talking about some people that, we talk about on a fairly regular basis, showing up potentially in WWE soon because WWE had some tryouts over the week. One of the people that we knew was going to be popping up pretty soon was Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Ever since he left TNA, there's been the rumors that he's going to be showing up in NXT pretty soon. So he did have his tryout.
A lot of people are considering this tryout was just a formality.
Probably. I mean, he wasn't in full gimmick, but they had a picture of him on the WWE.com article, and he had crazy contacts in, and he's doing his thing. He just didn't have face paint on or whatnot. Raphael King, who was in just this year's Ring of Honor Top Prospect Tournament, was there. Mike Taverna, also known as Sloan Caprice from Chikara, showed up in the tryouts. And PB Smooth, who's been popping up at AIW the last couple weeks, was there as well. Along with a few other independent wrestlers that aren't huge names. They're not popping up on some of the bigger indie promotions. There was the usual, models, professional athletes, all kinds of stuff. So, so those are some names that we could potentially be seeing signed to WWE soon, showing up in NXT or potentially the main roster, depending on what they want to do.
You know what? I'll add in a name that I was very excited to see pop up as one of the first 4 people they announced for the Mae Young Invitational, the Mae Young Classic, is Toni Storm.
Yes.
New Zealand born, raised in Australia, and now is like a huge female indie star over in the UK. Getting a good break here. I'm pretty sure she's had a tryout in the past.
She's had a couple of tryouts.
And she's opened enough eyes to get her into this extremely prestigious tournament.
Yeah, so this could be the final moment that she needs to really nail it home, and then we could be seeing her pop up in NXT like we did a bunch of the cruiserweights. Yeah,
and I'm going to say the same thing on here that I said to you the other day, is that I feel like Toni Storm very well could be the Mae Young Classics Cedric Alexander.
I wouldn't be surprised. But that is it for news. It's time for upcoming shows.
And we're going to start things off on Thursday, the 22nd. We don't often start off of Friday, but we're doing it.
Very rarely. AAW is one of them that does that, and then New Japan does it occasionally.
And this week it's going to be Attack Pro with Dragon Pro. Presenting Club 100 Thursday Night Throws.
All right.
We're going to have Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Davis. Danny Jones versus Reg.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like a typo on the tweet, but that's what it said.
Reg.
Maybe
it's Reg.
Reg?
Could be something named Reggie.
Maybe.
Reg. The Brothers of Obstruction are going to take on the Alaskan Bush Bros. Bino takes on Chief Deputy Dunn. There's going to be a 6-man tag match as #CCK and Elijah take on the team of Brendan White, Jeff Ramses, and Oliver Sutton.
That is an amazing name. I love it.
And Bowl of Ramen. And Bowl of Ramen.
That might be one of your best botches ever.
We'll take on Mike Bird and the Wild Boar. That's
ramen.
Bolorama.
Oh man,
I'm
crying. That's not that funny.
On Friday though,
Jesus
the 23rd, still in Australia.
Yeah, taking a week
House
off.
of Hardcore. They're gonna have House of Hardcore 30, but they're too lazy to have booked matches for it already. And I didn't mean that in like a cheap shop kind of way. They're not really that lazy.
No, they're gonna take a break.
They're in fucking Australia.
Yeah,
get over it.
They're gonna take a break.
But because we don't have any matches for that, we're just gonna supplement Friday with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, best in the world.
Where we find out who the world's best fighters are.
That's what you do. I mean,
it's in the name. What's in the name? Bowl-o-rama.
I don't know.
Bowl of ramen.
Bowl of ramen. All right, we have.
That's what we're gonna call it from now on.
Bowl of ramen. There's a lot of stuff on the line here at Best in the World.
There's a whole lot going on.
First off, 8-man tag team match. We talked about it last week. The Rebellion taking on Search and Destroy. The losing team must disband. We're hoping for the Rebellion.
Oh, dear God, please be the Rebellion. I had a dream a few nights ago that me and my friend were fighting the Rebellion.
Yeah, him and Tectonic. You can check out Tectonic over on Reasonable Wrestling Fans on the Hawktail Hour.
Yeah, like, it shows you how much I dislike the Rebellion if I'm dreaming about fighting them.
You did say that our least favorite member wasn't in your dream though.
Yes.
Caprice Coleman was not there.
I think just subconsciously
you just pushed
shoved him out for
that's a good call.
Someone that looked like a skinny John Silver.
Well, let's hope that Search and Destroy can push the Rebellion out of Ring of Honor.
And Caprice Coleman gone forever.
We also have Kushida giving Marty Scurll his rematch for the ROH World Television title. Bully Ray and the Briscoes will defend the ROH 6-man tag team titles against Dalton Castle and the Boys. Frankie Kazarian versus Hangman Page in a strap match. Because that's been their thing. They just like to whip the shit out of each other. We have the singles match between Jay Lethal and Silas Young. The tag team titles are on the line. The Young Bucks defend against War Machine.
Or Snore Machine. When they're tired.
Tag team match, Matt Taven and Vinny Marseglia take on Ultimo Guerrero and El Terrible.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of unique to see all those guys
Some
show up.
CMLL Lucha
Some
Legends
camel
coming
guys.
in. And then, of course, in the main event for the Ring of Honor World Championship of the World, Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, defends against the American Nightmare, Cody. Cody.
It's a very dainty name.
You can't add the roads at the end, so. I mean, we
what
can.
road?
What?
What road?
All the roads.
Oh. Guys well traveled.
Mostly the dusty roads.
It's a well-traveled gentleman.
That is it for Ring of Honor. What else we got going on?
On Saturday, the 24th, we're going to pick things up. We've got 3 shows. House of Hardcore 31 from Adelaide, Australia.
With still no matches announced.
Still no matches announced for that one. But then in Melrose, Massachusetts, we've got 2 shows coming from the same venue 5 hours apart.
A double header.
At 2 p.m. we get Beyond Wrestling's Go With The Flow, where we'll see Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee, the Beaver Boys versus the Doom Patrol, EYFBO versus the Carnies, AR Fox versus Brendan Watts, Wheeler Uda versus Maxwell Jacob Feinstein, and the American Destroyers versus the Gentleman's Club. And then at 7 p.m., Evolve 86, where Timothy Thatcher takes on Austin Theory, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams versus Jason Kincaid, Jaka versus Fred Yehi, Chris Dickinson versus ACH, Keith Lee versus Adam Page. No, Ethan Page. Adam Page is going to be the best in the world. He's going to be strapping Kazarian. He's probably, actually at this point, on Saturday, recovering from...
Oh, they have TV tapings on Saturday, so...
well, then he's probably wishing he was recovering from getting strapped.
Yes.
And then Zack Sabre Jr. faces Matt Riddle in a champion versus champion match with no belts on the line.
Alrighty then.
It's just to find who's the championeer.
Champion is...
Who's the championist.
Who is the championist of the champions?
And then on Sunday... We're going to have Evolve 87, because, you know, they always like to do 2 shows in a weekend, from Woodside, New York, where Timothy Thatcher will face Jason Kincaid, ACH takes on Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, Trent Beretta faces Austin Theory, Chris Dickinson takes on Fred Yehi, Zack Sabre Jr. defends the Evolve Championship against Jaka, and Matt Riddle will defend the WWN Live Championship against Keith Lee.
I think Keith Lee might win.
It's hard telling.
I
think the opposite of whoever wins between Riddle and Keith Lee at Beyond.
I think Riddle is going to win at Beyond, and Lee is going to win at Evolve.
And Keith Lee's going to be the new WWN Live Champion?
Yeah. That is my prediction.
That is a bold prediction to go against the Chosen Bro.
Well,
he wins a lot.
He's not my favorite.
No.
But I like Keith Lee, so. And Keith Lee's pretty dominant. He's been getting around on these shows.
Yeah.
Give him a championship.
Why not?
That's it for the indie news.
Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
And all those things I just said before.
I'm sure to click the links down in the description.
There's a bunch of links, but the most important links are the links that are above our links.
Yes, because all of those links will take you to all of the people that we just got done talking about.
I wish I could say links more times than that in one sentence.
Well, you should.
Links that you can click on, like ROHWrestling.com,
WWNLive.com,
CZWrestling.com,
ChikaraPro.com.
and lots more. And we want to keep adding more. And
based on your suggestion.
You've got to help us help you.
So using those social media links down below, you can send us links to YouTube pages, Facebook pages, websites, anywhere that we can get a little bit of information, a little bit about what they got going on.
We want to see the match. We want to see some matches.
Preferably, we need upcoming shows and within 24 hours, results of the shows.
Yeah.
That is the most important. But if we like what we see, we will not only continue to talk about them on a regular basis, but we'll continue to give you a shout out for bringing them to our attention, just like Jamie and
Yeah, boy.
There's also links to our podcast.
That is The one that says SoundCloud.
That's the one. But you want to stay on the YouTube because coming up next will be our review of WWE's Money in the Bank.
Cha-chang.
So look forward to that. Also check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable to W.
Like Wrestling, where you can check out the before mentioned show, The Cocktail Hour, with special guest Tectonic.
Yeah.
You can also check out Fantasy Warfare. You can check out What Colt's Wondering, and a couple other random videos just kind of tossed in there. So you can check out stuff that we've gotten out of...
Pay-per-view punishment.
Yeah, you can check out stuff that we've gotten out of Wrestle Crates before. We might be bringing that back pretty soon.
Could be fun.
If we get some money. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.